Hey guys, Shane here, Fugatech 3D Printing. It's a super exciting week, so let's get started. As I said, this has been a super exciting week, and to top it off, mail just came in, and there is something super awesome in here, so let's dig through that and see what it is. So we got a couple little packages here. So this one I picked up. Get it open here. I picked up this little sucker here. This is for the FT5 Enclosure because I wanted to know what the ambient temperature inside of the enclosure was. So I used these before for computer modding, and it comes with its own little dorking.com business card. So it's a little LED display for temperature. It's just a little simple box. The mainly ones I used for these were for water cooling, so it would tell me the coolant temperature. They had a G1/4 threads on each side of it. So it just has two inputs, which is real super easy. So this is it's either 5 or 12 volts. I can't really remember. I'll have to go back to the page and look at it. And then here is I'll call it the thermistor, the thermostat thing for it. And I plan on putting this in the top, probably side panel, because I don't leave the top front panels in. So probably on one of the side panels, maybe on the left side where the Octoprint is, I'll put this in there, and this will show me my ambient temperature inside of the enclosure, which is really crucial to know when you're printing things like ABS. So this will be a fun little project. I probably won't video this. I'll just talk about it probably in a stream, but it's just a nice little thing to add in there. Next, got another package. I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, because as I said, the power supply on the G-Tech went belly up. So I'm actually using an old PC power supply that I had sitting around on it, and that one actually just blew, funny enough, and I had to use another one that I had sitting around. So that's okay. But here we have it. This is the new power supply for the G-Tech, and this was, I think, 180 it's 180 watt, which is more than enough for the G-Tech. It really doesn't need much power for that at all. It's a little bit bent there in the middle, but not a big deal. So I'm just gonna take off the as you can see, the back of it's right on here. I was able to move the power supply up higher and get it to fit on there better. So the same thing with this one. I'm just gonna move it up a little bit higher. I'll use all the same parts, just take it off there, wire this one up, and then hopefully this will work without any issues, because that last one just gave me issues for a long time, and I'm just tired of it taking like 30 minutes to turn on. Hopefully this fixes it. We'll see what happens. Alright, this next thing came all the way from Germany. So it's 3D Filament, but it is a super nondescript box until you look at the side. It is from Beaver, and it is silk-like filament. So I wrote to them after I did the maker box, because that silk filament was pretty sweet looking. And here we have, they sent me red. So this stuff is just totally cool looking, I think. The green was pretty amazing. And this is like, oh, it's actually more like, it's almost like a pink, I guess, because I have a red shirt on, and that looks pretty pink to me. But this is cool. So it's silk-like filament, 1.75 millimeters. It's a kilogram. Print temp 190 to 210 centigrade. And it does say it's red, but it does look pretty pink. I'm going to do a full review on this filament in the future. It'll get added down here to the pile. As you can see, the filaments really do rack up. It really depends on how many companies send them to me or how many I buy on my own. But lately, especially because like MakeShaper sent me 3 different rolls of 3 different filaments. 200 Plastic sent me 2 rolls of, a roll of each different kind of filament. And I have another roll from 200 Plastic coming soon. They just wrote to me the other day. They have a brand new filament hitting the street, and I got to get a roll of it sooner than I guess it went on sale. I'm not sure, but either way, there's a roll of that coming too. So all fun stuff, all fun stuff. I'm happy that this came in, so a review on this in the future. Next, we have right here, this is from GizmoDorks on Amazon, and this is PEI. So here I have PEI. This is GizmoDorks PEI 12 by 12 inch sheet. This is going to go on a mirror tile for the FT5. For me as a YouTuber, buying those mirror tiles was a fantastic investment. Only $10, and I have 6 build surfaces. There was either 6 or 10 in there. I still never looked. but there's 6 or 10 in there, and it's great because I have Build Tack, I have Print and Z, I have now PEI, I have Print Bite, I have just plain glass, and I have just plain mirror. So there's 7 technically different surfaces to print on, and I'm hoping to get some borosilicate glass, because right now I'm using plate glass on the FT5, and people say that borosilicate glass behaves differently than plate glass. So, and the plate glass was just like some mirrors. I had some of my guys at work cut it for me. So, you know, I'm racking up the print surfaces, which is great. This was $21 or $22 on Amazon, and the only issue with this, a lot of people don't recommend it because the 3M backing is separate. You have to put it on yourself. I was going to buy from, I forget the name of the vendor everyone says to buy from, but it was $8 shipping for this. A 12 by 12 basically sheet of plastic, a piece of paper that weighs, you know, 7 ounces. It's $8 shipping. I'm sorry, that's why Amazon is so amazing. So I'll have links for all these things down below. Pick some up if you want. Use my affiliate links. I greatly appreciate it. And then the final item. It is my MP Mini Select. I am super excited. This took like a whopping 10 days to get to me, which is unheard of, I guess, because Christmas is over and no one's really getting things anymore. It's great. So this, as soon as I'm done filming this, is going to be unboxing. So I am super excited for this. I cannot wait. This was bought by you guys watching this video, and just by watching the video, it's getting me likes, it's getting me views. Granted, I have never gotten a payment out of YouTube yet, but for all you guys that are helping me out being Patreon, the guys that are helping me out using the Amazon affiliate link code, which this was pretty much entirely bought with the Amazon affiliate link code. So keep it up, guys. Good stuff like this can come to the channel. I thank you so much for that, and you will get an awesome unboxing. I guess a review. So many people have done reviews on these before, but I plan on modding the crap out of it. Eventually, I'm going to run it stock. I promote that so much. Run it stock, and then work on improving the printer. So I'm going to run this stock for a little while, and then I have, I talked about before how the fourth dimension Y kit, I'm going to upgrade that. There's several print upgrades that you need to do to this to make it even better. An E3D hot end. I do have an extra clone sitting around, but I might pick up another E3D hot end. Which I think I have everything in my spare parts to put a hot end together, minus the Titan extruder. So again, unboxing on this real soon. Thank you guys so much. Okay, now that mail's done, let's talk about what's going on here in my life. So right behind me, right there, you see the Delta, and guess what? It's printing. Hot damn. So I filmed part 3 2 days ago. I haven't edited it yet, so that'll come out in the next week or so. But hey, the new parts worked out great, so thank you for Triangle Labs for giving me the printer, number 1. Number 2, for getting me the parts, listening to my feedback on things that needed to be changed in the kit. They did make those changes right away. They sent it to me, granted, slow post, you know, slow boat from China, and to get here to me does take quite a while, so I can't hurt them for that, just because it took a long time for things to come to me in the mail. But if they make these changes, the printer actually works out pretty well, and I am going to suggest a new effector for them, which, as you can see, the effector is blue. It's really hard to see. It's a little out of focus, but I did print a new effector. I talk about it in the video on the review, or I should say on part 3 of the build. I haven't done a review of it yet. Part 3 of the build talks about this new effector, and I talk about I'm going to print one. I did find one, I printed it. I needed to add in spacers to make it work, but guess what? It prints great, and let's look at a print real quick. Okay, so here's the test print. So as you can see here, I need to work on the retraction settings in Simplify 3D. And I think I did dial in my 100mm test. I did dial in my extrusion multiplier. Pretty close. And now I just need to work on this retraction issue here. The Y comes out perfectly. I mean, look at that. That is just perfect. Look at those walls. I mean, this is really nice, actually. So the retraction settings, because that's where a layer ends on this side of X and then it shoots to the other side, we'll fix that. And then, as you can see here, I'm under extruding the solid layers. So I need to go into Simplify 3D, and I need to play with some settings to figure that out. And let's take a look at the bottom layer, and look at that. It is a doggone nice bottom layer. There's not really much elephant footing, which is great. The one side it was a little bit for some reason, but the rest of it came out really nice. Let's just look at a solid wall here. So I mean, honestly, for this little kit and for the issues I've had, I mean, just getting it built because of just supplies, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I did have to change the effector out right away because there's no print cooling fan on it, and there's no way to attach one that I could figure out. So I talked in a Delta group. They suggested a new effector. I printed it, and it's working out great, and that's how I was able to get this print. So I'm gonna have more testing with this over the next few weeks. I'll be doing some production prints out of it for actual filament reviews. And this is the H&H 3D Plastics Gray PLA, which I just finished the review on. I'll be editing that soon, so that'll be coming out to you guys. But this gray prints great. Some really nice stuff came out of it, so you'll see that review real soon. So you guys know I have an FT5, and I love printing huge things. I mean, up here, it's really, you actually can't see, it's cut out of the frame, but I mean, I've got the giant Squirtle, a giant Charmander, a giant Pikachu, and now a giant Bulbasaur. I mean, look at this thing. It is literally bigger than my head. It is huge. This is the max size of the low poly Bulbasaur by Flowalistic that will fit on the FT5. And it's really just because he's so damn fat. It's nothing to do with the height. It's totally how fat he is front to back. It came out as a great print. I'm super happy with it. There was one layer type skip up here. I don't know if you, yeah, you can see a little bit of the line there. So there was that, and then the eyes are always tough. Even with 4 top layers, the eyes are just really tough because they are basically straight, and the only way to do that is have cooling at the absolute tip of your nozzle, so as soon as the filament comes out, it stays, and you need to go with that area slower. I printed this fairly fast at 80 millimeters a second on the FT5 because I wanted to get it done sooner rather than later. I've got a lot of things I'm working on, but I mean, it took it like a champ. Under the throat here was good. Bottom layer is just pure perfection, and it's not a bad green if I do say so. So that is a giant Bulbasaur for you. Oh, another little project I'm working on the side is trying to get the FT5 to be quieter. So there are these stepper motor dampeners. There's like a cork version, and then there's like this metal version that's like kind of a 2 side pieces, 2 ovals, interlocking different ways. You're to install those on the X and Y. The Z doesn't need it because they don't really move that much. So you install it on your X and Y motors, and it severely, or it greatly reduces the vibrations from those motors. So that's going to be an upgrade that I'm going to do to it. Those are in the mail hopefully next week. They'll come in, if mail's coming in as fast as it has been lately. Next week, the week after, I should have that. I also printed off these. So there's 4 little feet here. They take 2 I believe these are their M4s. For these ones here, they have M3 version as well. So these actually fit onto like a rubber type of practice golf ball, and they just, they're rounded on the inside, and those just pop right on top of it, and you secure these on and then secure those onto the rubber golf balls, and you don't have a shaking desk any much. So you see, the desk is getting crowded. We've got 3 printers up there now, with the MP Mini Select going up there as well. That's me, the 4th one. I have the Cube down there that I've kind of sidetracked for a while because it just, I do have a guy that contacted me about working on it and getting a mod done to it for a hack, but he's been a little non-responsive lately, so I'm hoping that he gets back to me soon. But anyway, so this will help, I hope, to lessen the shaking of my desk, even though my desk is pretty doggone solid. It's 2 8-foot desks built like a brick house. The guys that built it, they're fantastic, my lumber guys. So, but it still does shake the other printers, and I want to reduce that. I print the FT5 at a max speed of 100 millimeters per second, and it does get up there sometimes, depending on what it's printing. So I will have, I might do a video on just making the FT5 silent as you can. Maybe just a quick vid or something like that. I'm not too sure what it's going to be, but just so you kind of see the little random things that I print just for here improvements on my channel. Last thing I'll talk about is build surfaces. So I've tested out plain glass for a while. I've tested out stuff on the mirror tiles for a while. I've tested out Print Bite for over a month. I've now tested Build Tack for over a month on both. I only had Print Bite for the FT5, but I've been running Build Tack on both the FT5 and the G-Tech i3. I've switched the FT5 back to glass for now to get some more prints on there, because glass just works out really well for me. I don't need anything to enhance the adhesion, the bed adhesion, so glass works just fine for me, especially for my needs right now. For PETG, add a little bit of glue. PLA is just straight on the glass. I now have a Print in Z build plate on the G-Tech, which I'm testing out. It's actually pretty cool. So build tack, once you print on it, you kind of have the leftovers of the print still there. Like, you can tell what I've printed on that, which is kind of interesting, but it also kind of sucks for video. I mean, to be honest, to see all that extra noise on there when you're trying to watch the print, depending on the color of the filament, it can be very distracting. I've only done one print so far on the Print in Z, which were these feet, and there is no markings whatsoever that these printed on it. So that's pretty cool. I like that, and there'll be, I mean, more to come on that as it goes over, but you know, probably another 3 or 4 months once I get some more build surfaces, like this PEI I'll be testing out for quite a while. I'm going to do kind of a summary on the different ones I've used, what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them, and what they could be used for, what they can't be used for. I'll try and get all that data together and try to make as structured a video as I can, but that just might be, it'll probably be my most structured video, because a lot of the ones are kind of like this. They're a little ad hoc. I like it that way. I like the looseness of it. I can put out more content that way. I can't do a script. Tom is amazing at scripts for how he does all of his videos, and his videos are extremely well put together, and his stuff is just on point. So I applaud him for that. I personally can't do that. I do not have the time. I would be every 3 weeks I'd finally put up a video. So, but that's enough about that, and that was this last week. It's been a great productive week. The G-Tech's working great, the FT5's working great. I've got the Delta running now. I've now got an MP Mini Select to unbox. So let's get out of here. If you guys like this video, please give it a like. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Let me know down below. All those comments coming back to me really help out me enhance the channel to fit it more towards what you guys want to see. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit right here, the subscription button. Hit that. There's a little bell icon down below. You can get an email anytime I upload content. That way you'll be one of the first ones to know. And thank you to the guy that did a first on one of my videos. I kind of laughed at that. I didn't think I got that kind of attention, but hey, thank you for that. That made my day. If you want to support the channel, you can do that a couple ways. Patreon's up here. Donate me $1 more. I greatly appreciate it. All my current Patreons, thank you for your support. I have affiliate links down below. Again, you guys with the Amazon link, you're killing it. Please keep it up. Good things are coming. More printers I could do, more filament I can do. I can buy them. I'm not going to require or have to ask companies to help me out. So it's great stuff. There's also Maker Geeks down there. They have a subscription box you can add on to. MakerBox has a subscription box that you can get onto. There are a couple people had started using my code already, so thank you guys. Use that code down below in the video description when you subscribe your first box. Get 15% off, and that's good for you, good for me, helps everyone out. I set up an Amazon store, so that link is down below as well. So that has all things 3D printing related, whether it be tools, heated beds, heated bed accessories, E3D stuff, other printers, build surfaces, all kinds of things are in there. So please check it out. My favorite filaments that I found, it's all Amazon related, so I can't put everything on there, but everything on Amazon I can add in there. So check that out, and it might help you kind of look at the things that I look at, the things that I have bought over time, or what I just like is all in there. So check that stuff out. And as always, guys, happy printing.